What's up, party people? Now, in reference to the video that I just put up, in no way, shape, or form was I showing any type of empathy or sympathy for Amber Guyger. I was just saying that regardless of what type of person she is, she murdered a man and needs to be convicted to the fullest extent of the law. Now, we know our justice system track record when it comes to that. They don't exactly find all the guilty and all the innocent. And being that they're not showing us all the evidence, like the toxicology report, or the cell phone records, or the fob, or the door records, or the autopsy report, and they're putting a gag order on the case. So I don't have a whole lot of confidence in our justice system, but I am hoping that the Jean family do find justice and Amber Guyger is convicted as a murderer. Make no mistake about that. All right. And as for the OJ thing, for all those saying, well, I'm not sure he did it, or that's what the media says he did it, I'm gonna show you this interview he did about the book he wrote. And keep in mind, listen to him and the way he says things. He's going to start off saying hypothetically and what's in the book. But then he's going to switch over to first person and start talking personally. I'll show you. Watch.
The chapter 6 is called The Night in Question. And you write in the book, now picture this and keep in mind that this is hypothetical. Yes. Why don't you tell me what might have happened on the night of June 12th, 1994. And let's just walk through the night.
Well, first of all, it's very difficult for me to do this. It was very difficult for me because it's hypothetical. I know and I accept the fact that people are going to feel whatever way they're going to feel. They're going to, whatever they want to feel. In the book, the hypothetical is
Charlie.
Charlie. This guy Charlie shows up, the guy we become friends with, and I don't know why he had been by the close house, but it told me you wouldn't believe what's going on over there. And I remember thinking, well, whatever's going on over there has got to stop, right? So we kind of hooked up together, and I'm kind of broad stroking this. We go over, get in the Bronco and go over.
Let's just go back and do the details. Where did you park? You park
in the hypothetical, go in the alley.
Park in the alley.
Yeah.
And you put on a wool cap and gloves.
In the hypothetical, I put on a cap and gloves.
Right. And you reached under the seat for
a knife. I always kept a knife in the car for the crazies and stuff because you can't travel with a gun. And I remember Charlie saying, you ain't bringing that. And I did.
Now, right there, he keeps saying hypothetical and in the book. Well, right there, in that statement, he says, I usually keep a knife in the car for the crazies because you can't carry a gun. In that statement, he wasn't talking hypothetically. He was speaking personally, what he personally does. All right, so just keep that in mind, how he goes from hypothetical to the first person. All right.
Right, but I believe he took it.
Charlie took the knife?
Yeah, in the book.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, the back gate, you go through the back gate?
Yes.
And it was open or broken or?
I don't recall.
Okay.
I go to the front and I'm looking to see what's going on. And I can see that it appears like Nicole had I had candles up all the time. She really did to keep her overhead down, I think. The music was on, and while I was there, a guy shows up.
So Ron Goldman comes in the back gate.
Yeah, a guy I really didn't recognize. I may have seen him around, but I really didn't recognize him to be anyone. And in the mood I was in, I started having words with him.
He says to you, I I just came by to return a pair of glasses. Judy left them at the restaurant.
Yeah, words to that effect, yes.
And
I don't know if I believed it or didn't believe it. It was pretty much immaterial because, I was more concerned about everything that was going on, and was fed up with it, I guess. And
you get into a fight. Nicole comes out. And
a verbal fight. Got a little loud, and by that time, Nicole had come out, and we started having words about who is this guy, why is he here, what's going on.
And she says, "This is my house. Get the F out of here."
Yes, and which I didn't like because, once again, this is the same person, and if you read the book, you'll see some things that happened in the 2 weeks leading up to this that were very, very irritating. I think Charlie had followed this guy and wanted to make sure there was no problem, and he brought the knife. As things got heated, I just remember Nicole fell and hurt herself, and this guy kind of got into a karate thing, and I said, "Well, you think you can kick my ass?" And I remember I grabbed the knife. I do remember that portion, taking the knife from Charlie, and to be honest, after that I don't remember, except I'm standing there and there's all kind of stuff around, and
What kind of stuff?
blood and stuff around. I hate to say this, but this is I'm sorry. I know we got to back up again.
It's okay. I'm going to back up.
This is hard.
This is hard. I know. I'm going to back up to...
try to make people think that I'm...
You wrote in the book, "I had never seen so much blood in my life." You're covered, the scene. Can you describe it?
It's hard for me to describe it. I'm telling you. I don't think any two people could be murdered the way they were without everybody being covered in blood. And of course, I think we've all seen the grisly pictures after. So, yeah, I think everything would have been covered in blood.
And what goes through your mind at a time like that?
I don't know. It's like, what happened?
You write about removing a glove before taking the knife from Charlie.
I had no conscious memory of doing that, but obviously I must have, because they found a glove there.
And blacking out. Have you ever blacked out before?
Not to my knowledge.
No.
No, of course, if something like this would take place in anybody's life, if it were to happen, I would imagine it's something that you would probably automatically have trouble wrapping your mind around it. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
Now, do you hear how he was switched from hypothetically
20 years ago next week it became
from hypothetically in the book to what he remembers and what he did? He said he remembers grabbing the knife, and then the next thing he knew, there was blood everywhere. He wasn't talking hypothetically. When he said he don't remember taking the glove off, but he must have because they found the glove, he wasn't talking hypothetically. He was recounting what happened that day. So if you had the knife in your hand and everybody was alive, and then all of a sudden you black out, and when you wake up, 2 people are dead, and you still got the knife in your hand, how? He ain't do it. He just, keep in mind, this is not the news. This is not me saying this. This is O.J. Simpson himself saying this. He had the knife. He blacked out. When he woke up, blood everywhere. People were dead. But I got it twisted? Let me know. Let me know if I really got it twisted. Be blessed. Be safe. One.